Good night, good night, good night. Welcome down to Watch the Cock with your host, Shine Bright. This is your girl. Um, Tonight I want to say thank you to everyone wherever you're tuning in from when you're watching the replay, what part of the world you are, whether it's AM or PM. I want to say thank you and good night. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Tonight is a special edition. We're just going to kick it off because a lot of people been asking um, why Watch the Cock? What's the name about? That's number one. Where did it come from? Who are you trying to reach? What's the podcast created for? So I have my little notes here tonight. Everybody want to know who is Shine Bright. A lot of things been going on. A lot of things been talking. A lot of people been doing a lot of talking, but you guys haven't heard me respond in so many ways. So a couple of my friends called me. It's like, Sean, you should start, if you know me, you'll certain people call me Sean, some people call me Shine Bright, but they'll say, Sean, you should start a that series they had with the girl, like, who the fuck did I marry? That girl with the TikTok. So we decided to do the YouTube. But before that, my husband had always been behind me to do a YouTube channel. And I was like, babe, I don't have nothing to talk about. I don't, that's not my thing. That's your thing. For those who don't know who he is, Fire Feelings, he has his own podcast, his own YouTube channel, his radio. So he's been in the media. That is his world. But he always say, I have a lot to say, but how do I bring it forth? So this was a great way, a great opportunity for me to share with everyone. You know what I mean? So that way you're going to meet different peoples in my journey in life that have made an impact in my life. And I want to share them, showcase them, their talents, their skills, what they're working on. Some of the, we're going to talk relationship things. We're going to speak on a lot of different topics as the podcast continues. So, first of all, let me start by saying thank you to my husband, right? He is my technician. He created all of this, set up all the, he's behind the scenes right now. So normally he's the one in the forefront. But he's the guy behind the scenes right now. So I'm always the girls behind the scene. And one of the things with him, he's always pushing me, pushing me, pushing me to be in the front. And I'm always like, most people know me in their businesses and things like I'm the girl behind the scenes helping. So now there's like, hey, Chandel, you got a story to tell and you need to tell it. So we're gonna utilize YouTube to share that story, share my journey, life in family, children, things of that nature, businesses. How are we gonna get to that point step by step? Right. So that's number one. I want to say thank you to Melamina for my beautiful hair, right? So yes, she came over yesterday and slayed my hair for me. So definitely follow her on Instagram. That's MELAMINAHB.com. That is her website as well. She got amazing hair products. She has her own hairline for lace wigs, all these different products. You can guys go and visit her. Definitely support the thing. I want to say thank you to her. You guys are going to meet her on one of our shows as well. You can also follow her on IG. Third of all, we want to say thank you to SHEIN. I'm going to paste the links and all after the podcast. You guys can go back and you guys will follow the links to everybody that I'll be showcasing to their products in the link. All right. In the comment section. Definitely. So tonight, let's kick it off. Right. So definitely if you guys are listening and watching, you have any comments, you can drop it in the comment section. I'll try to, go back and forth. But tonight definitely is just a quick start to why we started this podcast and how we can relate and how we can help and how we can work together and how we can network. Correct? So, first of all, what is the platform about? The platform is about teaching and educating people. A lot of times we're watching, or people think we're watching situation. I said watch a cock, but we watch roosters and things like that. But I wanted a name that will pop, that will get people attention. So this is definitely the name that is getting people attention, right? So it is also to educate. We want to educate people of what's going on in the world. What are we watching? A lot of times we are not watching, you know what I mean? We're not being watchful in our life, in our circle. You know what I mean? We think everybody that's in our circle are for us, but they're really not. A lot of people are gossiping and talking things, and then you hear it back, and then no one ever asks you, well, what happened? It goes from one story to another story to another story. By the time it gets to another story to like 10 people, the story already changed. So how many people have encountered that in your life, where you meet people and it's not what it seemed, or you'll meet some people that you thought they weren't that, and it end up being a great situation or great business, a great friendship. So we got to know the people that we're encountering and the reasons why we're encountering them. So this platform is created for that, to where we're not judging people. We're not judging people by the way they look. So we're going to have another segment where we're talking about shapes and size and colors, right? So it's one world we live in, one people, you know what I mean? So we all bleed the same color, but we're all going through different stages in our life. And some people do well with it and some people do bad with it. You know what I mean? So it just depends on the person and who you are and where you want to go with the situation and the lives and the cards that are dealt to you. So I've been dealt a lot of cards, but I didn't let those cards hinder me from pursuing or achieving whatever it is that I wanted to achieve in life. And I'm still growing, right? I'm still growing. I'm still educating myself. I'm still building. So upon that, we're going to talk about relationship sides as well, making sure that you have the right cock. So you're going to go through you're going to meet different people in life, and they're going to take you different stages. But sometimes there's some things that you got to just distance yourself with and let go and push that back in, in the fall pen. So we're going to talk about that as well. Um, we're going to talk about secrets you should know. There's certain things in my life, that have happened, some good, some bad, some that I wasn't proud of, you know what I mean? As we all do. But at the same time, there's things that you should know how to prevent that. So we want to educate, other people how we don't make the same mistakes. So many times we do things or we encounter things in life and people try to make you feel shame. So we hide ourselves, right? In those things, instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to use this opportunity or this situation or this lesson to help someone else. So many people are going through so many things in life, and we're hiding, and we're killing ourselves in the same process, instead of just saying, you know what, I'm gonna free myself. I'm gonna talk to someone. So we're gonna talk on the mental side as well, right? So many people are dealing with mental abuse, right? So sometimes we think of just the physical side of it, but there's also a lot of mental, a lot of things people say that can, put you in a situation to where you're always looking at yourself in a bad way. So then you'll hear the Shine Bright story, how the name was created, right? So you guys are going to hear all of these different stages of my life, or where I came from, where I was born, as we go, my children, who are, how my children came. There was many things that happened in my life to where, they told me I would never have children. So I'm blessed, more than blessed, you know what I mean, to have my children. So I'm going to share those part of my life. We're going to talk about divorce, you know what I mean, those different things that people don't want to talk about. um One of the things of me going through a divorce, it was a very hurtful time. It was a time to where, it came as a surprise to a lot of people. A lot of people want to know what happened. A lot of people speculated on what happened. So we're going to clear up all of those situations in my life that have happened, because a lot of people have been talking. But I want to use my story to be able to help another woman or a man, because in my journey, I've met a lot of men. Unfortunately, we think it's only women that struggle with these situations, but there were a lot of men that I've encountered. And it's just so funny because I would meet women would come and say, so and so, do you know so and so? And they always had good things to say, like, yeah, I know, Chandel, and she's such a great person, whether they like me or whatever they didn't like me. But they would always say, she's a great person. So a lot of people don't know you, they just judge you. And so many people are going through that. A lot of people speculate on a lot of things. So we want to clear up. We want to clear up some of that. You know what I mean? And hopefully maybe you have the opportunity that you say, hey, Shembrai, I want to come on your show. I want to talk. I want to tell my side of the story, right? So the opportunity will definitely be open to anyone that want to share their side. For anyone that have a business that definitely want to showcase their business. I definitely always like the backstories of situations, because we look at people, and a lot of times when we hear their journey or their story, then we can understand why they go through certain things or why they act a certain way. So a lot of people might say, Chandel or Shine Bright, she's so standoffish, or she's so guarded, or I don't know how to approach her. And it's not that I'm not approachable, but it's just that I've been through so much that I'm very mindful and I'm very careful of people that I allow in my circle. And so should you. So we're going to talk about businesses, right? We're going to talk about the different businesses that I'm a part of and how you can be a part of it, why you should be a part of. We're going to talk about housing. If you're in the market that you want to buy a house and things like that, how to help you to prepare. We're going to talk about the government, different topics, right? So definitely I want to educate everyone. At the same time, I'm educating myself because I don't know everything, correct? So we're all learning in this life. One of the things that I've learned is to always be a learner. We can learn from anyone, any situation. It's just how you deal with the situations in life, right? So again, the name is Watch the Cock Podcast, and we're definitely choosing that name because of the roosters, right, in our lives, and how some run, some stay, how to watch them, how to put them in different categories. A lot of times I tell my female friends, you're going to meet people, but you got to put people in category. Not everyone that you encounter in your life is for a relationship, right? Not everyone you encounter is to marry. Not everyone you encounter is to do business with, right? So we're gonna you gotta have questions. You gotta learn the questions, how to ask people, so you'll know what category to, put people in. I'm gonna share with some of the questions that I had, and that's how, I'll tell you guys how I choose my husband now. We'll talk about that. You guys are going to meet him. You're going to hear his story as well. You guys are going to hear how we met, and for definitely for the ones that are single, that are looking, you know what I mean? Some of the ones that have been divorced, that are afraid to start over. I hear women say that all the time. Girl, not me. Me want another man. Honey, whether you want a man or want a woman, you're going to go through situations in life, but it's definitely you're going to go through the situation in a different way, right? So one of the things that I had to pray for was not to tear down my house, right? You build a house, but you tear down out of anger. So we have to learn how to control our anger. We have to learn how to control certain things and certain situations in our lives, right? So definitely tonight, I want to again say thank you to everybody that's listening, that's joining, that will continue to listen. Thank you for everyone that's open minded. A lot of people say, well, Chantel, the name and the church and the different things of that. Look, I know pastors that you should be watching the cock on some of the pastors as well. Okay. So definitely Jesus was the man that walked with everyone. So where this platform is not to judge anyone. This is a free platform for you to be free to be yourself. So many times we're afraid to be ourselves, you know what I mean? And or negativity and different things, but you can use it. You can use it for leverage. So we're going to show you how to take the negative things in our life, or what people thought was a negative thing in your life, and change it to the positive, right? So we're in a situation now where we're looking at the world pandemic. We're looking at finances. We're looking of how to build a generational wealth for our children. What are we leaving for them? So all of this is going to teach us what our parents didn't know, or what some of our parents, I should say, because some parents taught their children, some didn't know. Coming to America, right? So for those of you that don't know, I'm originally from Guyana. So how the transition from there to here, how life happened, right? So what is the steps to come into America and these different things like that. So we're gonna share with you all of these steps in life that's gonna help you to be better, right? To help you to grow, to educate you, right? So tonight again, I want to say thank you. We're not gonna be on here long. We just decided to do a quick live so that we can share again what is the platform about, why the name, who are we trying to reach, you know what I mean? How was it formed? My husband was in a little Facebook situation. He did a TikTok and it got over 100,000 views, and it showed you that how people love drama, but at the same time, sometimes it's not what you say, but it's how you say it. But at the same time, to who you say to, it creates a backlash. So the backlash sometimes it involves when you're in a war, as they say, you become collateral damage. And I've always say, whatever you say, whatever you do, the one thing they don't do is call my name or my children's name. So when you call my name or my children's name, all bets is off, right? Because that's the same thing. I don't implement other people fights into my fights or their business in my business. But one of the things that you don't do, I'm the type of person that I've always been, um, kind of like, okay, forgive people, they are who they are, and just kind of move on. But now I'm not that I'm the type of person that I fight back. So it depends on the situation, I fight back, right? So there's no one that's going to scandal my name and I'm not going to fight back. There's no one that's going to scandal my children's name and I'm not going to fight back. There's no one that's going to scandal my husband's name and I'm not going to fight back. So those are steps in our lives that we have to take a stance on. There's certain things that we must stand for, and my husband as well. There's certain things he stands for and he stands by that. So he owns his, I own mine, right? So also secrets that you should know. There's different tips in our lives, different things that are going on that we need to know, or things we didn't know, how to build our business properly. All these things we're going to teach you on this platform. So tonight, we came on here quickly just to share with you. My name is Shine Bright. I'm your host for Watch the Cock Secrets You Should Know. I'm going to break down different levels or different stages in my life that I've encountered, which were good and bad, things that the devil thought that was meant to hurt me or to break me. I'm still standing. My platform is to encourage anyone like me that felt like the world was coming down. There's people that try to fat shame you, different things. We're going to talk about all those things. I love who I am as a person. I'm a beautiful person inside and out. We're all not shaped the same, built the same. We all have things in our life or flaws that we might feel we want to work on. But at the end of the day, you work on things for you, not trying to please other people. There's the business side of me. A lot of people come like, hey, we see you a part of so and so business, and they want to be a part of that. I'm going to share that with you as well and see how you guys want to see how it can work for you, how you can build generation wealth, how you can build a business and leverage it. All right. So a lot of things we're gonna get rid of the myths of what we're thinking certain businesses is. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get it all out in the open, and we're gonna be true to ourselves. We're gonna be true, and we're going to be open minded as well. So many times we're listening to so many gossip, but we need to feed ourselves in the quiet time, right? We need to empower ourselves. There's different books that you guys, I'm going to introduce you guys to as well that you can read, right? There's different money making skills that you guys need to acquire, right? So in this life, it's all about who you know, what you know. And everybody that you encounter is for a reason and is a purpose. Sometimes not always good, but you can always take the bad and make it good. It don't matter what situation. You can always look for the good in the bad. All right. So again, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to turn on all your notification bells. So definitely when we come up with a platform or a live, sometimes some of it will be recorded. So I can't say that I'm going to be live every day. I have a brand new baby, 6 months old. Right now, she's still up, giving daddy some trouble. So just based on our scheduling for when our special guests can be in the building, we have to work with other people's schedule as well. So you're going to get different the same time, but some will be live and some will be recorded. So tonight again, I want to say thank you to everyone. Again, my name is Shine Bright. I am your host for Watch the Cock podcast. This is number one. This is just a small introduction. I'm asking all of you guys to share. For the first 500 people that subscribes to our channel, we're going to give away a t-shirt. We're going to have some great prizes and different things that we're going to give away in the process as time goes. We're going to, again, like we said, educate you guys, right? We got to get everybody to a place to where um, our thinking change. We got to change our thinking, right? The world is changing. If we look at all the chaos that's going on, right? We're looking at so many things, but we have to be, how can we be that change? We can always sit and say, so and so should do this, so and so should do this, so and so should do this. But what about you? Right? Why are you not taking a stand? Why are you not changing your life? Why are you not building your wealth? Why are you not doing for your children? Why are you? We're looking for so many other people to do things for us that we're not willing to do for ourselves. So this platform was created for that. And again, we want to say thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for going back and listen to the replay. This is number one. So this is just a quick introduction. Again, like I said, I'm asking everybody to support. We're going to have some special guests. You guys are going to be excited. I'm excited for it. It's something that's been coming for a long time. Actually, years before I even met my husband, I will always talk like, I got to get my own show. I got a lot to say. But that fear. And there's so many of you that are like that they want to do certain things and don't want to do it because we're afraid of how people might say, we're afraid of we not saying the right thing, we're afraid of how we're going to look, afraid of how we're going to sound. So I'm starting this to encourage you, the next person that's watching me, to say no matter what you look like, no matter how old you are, no matter where you come from, whatever it is that you want to do in this life, you can do it. You just got to start. So tonight, this is my first start, and a start to many, many new things, many new ventures, right? One of the things that I was talking to my sister yesterday, and I told her, um, I've done everything in my life that I've accomplished and I'm excited about. But the one thing that I regret is not, I didn't travel more. So you guys going to see that as well. So we're going to go to different places and we're going to explore together. So the podcast is going to travel. So it's not going to be stationary to one place or one thing or one area. So we want to show you guys life. There's life going on. And a lot of us are letting it slip by because we're hateful, right? We're minding other people's business. We're sitting there in regrets. We're sitting there depressed, right? Forgive yourself, number one. That's where it starts. Forgive yourself that you might have not made all the right choices, right? But then you learned from that, right? So you're going to learn from the situation and we got to own it. A lot of times we don't want to own our situation. We don't want to own our mistakes. We don't want to own our fault. And even for those as well that are throwing off their mistakes on other people, and instead of being narcissistic and blaming other people, you need to own yours as well. So we're going to share a lot of that going on. So we're going to meet a lot of my friends. We're going to watch the cock. We're going to share next podcast. I'm going to bring my husband on. He's going to be my first guest, to where we're going to talk a lot of things about our relationship, how we met, for those that are looking, why we met, how we met, and what we're encountering as we met. So in his world, it's a lot to that world, right? So we're going to share with that how women that's in that world, how to deal with it. How are you dealing with it? How do we cope with our men's career, right? So again, I want to say thank you to everyone, and I want to say good night, good morning, wherever you are in the world, wherever you're watching, watch the cock. Never forget, you are your best gift. You are your best gift. Never settle for less. And never let your size, your color, or anything stop you from accomplishing anything that you want to do in life. Again, I want to say thank you and good night. Continue to watch, continue to like, subscribe, and turn on all your notifications. And I will see you guys for podcast number 2, where you will get to meet my special guest, Mr. Fire Feelings himself. So you're going to meet the guy behind the Watch the Cock podcast. Again, good night and thank you.